Yo, yo, we checking in. Yo, I usually don't do follow-up videos during the day, but that's something, man, we got to get to because I need y'all to understand that, when we be making these trades sometimes, and we talk about these trades in the morning, I know I come back the next day and go over trades, but I don't really get into what we trade and all of that. So, but today, we're going to do that because of what went on today in the market. It's a little different. As you can see from the chart right now, SPY is being SPY. It came out today on a heater. Came out, opened up right here around 679.09. Remember that number? Then it ran all the way up here to 684.96, 685, which just happens to be the high of the day from the previous day. That's why we keep this stuff on the chart. It already broke through the pre-market high. It broke through the pre-market high that we had talked about right before the market opened. But look what it did. 679, then it ran up. It topped off. Now, if you notice this right here, this is a reversal signal. You see the red slightly above the green. It's a reversal signal, if you understand what that is. But again, the other thing you know by looking at the chart and looking at what we talked about is we have also the previous day's high, which is one of our key areas. And I tell y'all, when you get to the key areas, take your profit, get out. We had a little weak trade here, and then we got out. And really, we played some puts here down, a couple puts here down, and we got out, took a little profit, and then SPY continued to drop. You see this trend line here at the bottom. But when we got up in this area, we were sitting here talking as a group, and Sean was like, it looked like calls coming. I said, well, if we break up holding above 680, which is pre-market high, then we could possibly run up to 684. And so we sat around and said, well, let's see what we can do. And we decided to take a couple lotto trades based off a couple things. The first thing is, if we go back to the chart from this morning, what you see is that we talked about if SPY moves back up into the 676 area and break out long, that it could possibly run up to 680. And so getting to 680, then it can run up higher than that. So what we was trying to do, what you can see is that the chart start to run up. And then you can see that we call those calls to go up there. Alright, so let's go back to what happened in the chart today. So if you can see in the chart, what happens is SPY from here, it starts to move back up, got in the 680 range, and then it started to go sideways a little bit. We know that is consolidation. Look at these trend lines here. You see these wicks at the bottom? There were some warning signs that SPY could be. These are all telling us that it's going to possibly, reverse in here, because you see all these wicks at the bottom, and you see them at the bottom. So we took these trades right here, and we took these trades, and then as you can see, at about 2 o'clock, 2:25, SPY took off and ran up. So we took those trades, and we got in those trades. So let me show y'all what happened today with those trades. Alright, that's the first trade. That trade right there is a trade that I took on Robinhood. It was a lotto play. As you can see, I spent a total of $11, 7 cents, 4 cents on these two lotto plays. And then you can see it, I did it because it say right there, it was 2 hours ago when I made this thing. But it was 41 minutes after that, so it was a 2-hour trade. So you can see the chart where I showed you on the chart where it was going up for the 2 hours. There it is right there. I held it for 2 hours and then that happened. Alright, but you seen what I paid for that? 7 cents and 4 cents. But I ended up cashing out $300 on one and then $297 on the other one. So basically $300 on both of those trades. And that was in 2 hours. So we turned $11 into $680. The next thing we did in my other account, my Schwab account, we bought the 685s. Well, we bought the 684s in the Schwab account. And we got those for $9.66 and $5.66. So we spent a total of about $16 on the about $16 on the trade. And you see how much our profit was. We took out almost $800 on the trade. So we in total we took a total of $27 and turned that into about $1,400, a little bit over $1,400, almost $1,500, and we did that within 2 hours. And we did that because we followed our chart and followed our trade and stayed disciplined. And I wanted to come back today and show that because I wanted y'all to see that, you know, just doing what you do and being positive, and that's what you'll find out, and that's what you'll see. And I wanted y'all to see that we turned $27 into $1,400. Sweet deal, and we made it happen. Hey, in this power plays, and I wanted y'all to see that. And I want to come back to y'all tomorrow for what we're going to do tomorrow. But today, I want to do a recap video and see how y'all can see how we turned $26, almost $27 into $1,400 in 2 hours by following what we were doing with the trade, understanding what we was doing, and understanding this, everybody that's watching this. The pre-market high is that white line. The previous day high is the that yellow line. And I told y'all I keep these on the chart, but this was from yesterday and today. And I played it strictly off of that. Even this morning, it went from there to there, pulled back to there. Could have played it there, but I didn't really play it there, a little piece of that. And then we played it all the way back up. So you see these things, you see SPY reacting to it, and we making it happen. Now this ain't financial advice. I just came back to show y'all what we did today. We had a little fun. Y'all can see it again on the screen. We put the numbers up. That was a good trade today. We only spent $27 on this particular trade, but we turned it into $1,400, man. So, hey, we rocking with it. I hope everybody enjoy it. But, man, follow our channel. Come over and join us at Power Plays, and we have fun doing this every day. Now, this is not financial advice. This is some trading ideas for me. But today was one of those days where I had to come back and do a video and show y'all what we're talking about and how we try to do things. But as you can see, pre-market high, we did that. All right, y'all have a good day, man.
So there are more people that lose, or just everyone for the person? That's what I said. I can see the cheap person.